Mute's on. There we go.
Good evening, everyone. We are going to call the City Council for Monday, August 5th, 2024 to order at this time. Tonight, we'll begin with prayer. If Reverend Dave Robinson from Genesis Community Ministries, if you could step forward and lead us.
Mr. Mayor, council members, city officials, I don't feel too well this evening, so I'm going to keep my prayer under 15 minutes. I promise you. Yeah. Amen. Father, we come before you this afternoon. We're moving into a general election and local elections. And Lord, my prayer is that we will be respectful to each other and that we will honor each other's opinion in love. Because at the end of the day, we all have to live in this city and in this country. So help us to be kind, help us to be patient, and sometimes our opinions can take a back seat for a later date. Hear our prayer and bless our leaders. We ask this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. The City Council will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
At this time, we will have public comment. Please give your name and direct your comments to the mayor. Comments are limited to 3 minutes. No personal attacks upon council members, staff, or other persons in attendance or absent will be permitted. In addition, discussions of matters which are currently under legal review will not be permitted. First up, we have Peter Martin.
Hello. My name is Peter Martin, and I stay 520 North Fairmont Avenue, Kankakee, Illinois. And I'm up here today because of injustice that was I encountered maybe a couple of months ago. I had some paperwork for you, man. A couple of months ago, even though I had called you several times, but I didn't get a return call. But I understand you're busy. But in June of this year, the city of Kankakee came to my house with a police officer, and they removed 4 cars. I got all the paperwork for you. 4 cars, lawnmowers, snow blowers, everything, and just took everything out from my yard. And I did not receive any paperwork. He did not receive any paperwork. And I had a gentleman that was going to speak for me, but the bottom line is I should have been told ahead of time that they were going to come and remove all these items. Now, I did get some information from certain people that they were coming, but they didn't include my cars. So they took 4 antique cars from me, and they were not mine. But Beaupre took them, and I don't know what they did with them. They probably sold them because the officer involved said he had new people that wanted to buy them. So I'm just up here to let you know that with my attorney, Mr. Snipes, hopefully helping me, that I will be going to court on this because, just in case anybody didn't know, I spoke to him earlier. I'm getting up there in age now. I'm 72 years old, and I should have got some type of advance notice to get rid of all the items, especially the cars, because they weren't mine. And I just wanted to come up here and let the aldermen know and the mayor know that that I feel that this was it was totally improper, totally improper. So I just wanted to come up here and let you know that, and I will be going to court as soon as possible. Also, I wanted to say real briefly, this is a beautiful city that I live in now, Kankakee. But I've ran into so many problems trying to get the simplest paperwork. Just paperwork. And I run into the serious problems. Go here, go there. No, stop. Don't go there. Go this. Go do. Just to get some simple paperwork. So I just wanted to let you know. I think that's the only thing that's been slowing me down is that I don't have advanced knowledge of how this goes. But I do have somebody that has knowledge on it that said that they would help me, and I'm grateful for it. Thank you. Thank you. But I will give you the paperwork for it. All right, thank you. Thank you.
Michael Maloney.
Good evening, Mayor, City Council. I'm here on behalf of Gardner Prayer Youth Center, and from what I understand, from what I've been told, that there were a couple of complaints that was raised at the last City Council meeting regarding some youth that participate in one of our programs. So I'm here to address that and provide some information. And I will be here for a while after the City Council meeting if there's anyone that want more answers or needs some more explanation about our program. So I'm gonna just read directly from here. Gardner Prayer Youth Center began implementing an independent living program in which we provide life skills, job readiness, mental health services, and case management to youth ages 18 to 21 years. The purpose of this program is to launch youth successfully into adulthood, independence, and self-sufficiency. None of the youth enrolled in our program come directly from juvenile detention or adult detention or psychiatric hospitals, and all of our services are provided off-site or outside of the home because we have other locations that we provide those services in. Youth are assigned a case manager, therapist, a vocational education coach to guide and support them. Additionally, they are provided with financial resources for rent, utilities, food, clothing, and transportation. We partner with a nonprofit housing agency that is willing to house disadvantaged youth without credit or work histories, and the leases are between the youth and the landlord and not with Gardner Prayer Youth Center. There were 2 youth that resided in some units that engaged in some disorderly conduct and elected not to comply with the program rules. And in June, 1 youth was transferred to another agency in Chicago, and the other one was moved out of Kankakee. We inform youth that if they attempt to return, then they would be considered trespassing. And then we had another youth that she resided on one of the units and had acute mental health issues that manifested in frequent suicide ideations and attempts, ideations and attempts as a result of PTSD related to childhood rape and incest. So once triggered, she would contact the hospital herself to be transported, and we've also transitioned that youth out of that placement to another placement so she can receive 24-hour monitoring. Now, I know there was an incident that occurred just over the weekend, and I was prepared to come in here and say there hadn't been any incidents, but as my grandmother says, some youth just don't believe that fat meat is greasy, if y'all know what I'm saying. That means don't believe that the stove is hot, and they go touch the stove and they get burned. So I've been in frequent conversations with Chief Deputy Austin. I also had a meeting with Chief Kitwell, a phone meeting, as well as an in-person meeting. Talked to Alderwoman Carmen Lewis. I talked to Alderman Dave Barron, just to give them an update or a response, because as a member of Gardner Prayer, as the Executive Director of Gardner Prayer Youth Center, I try to ensure that Gardner Prayer is a viable and real respected organization within Kankakee County because we love Kankakee. So I talked about that, met with the following city officials. So we have the ability to move youth quickly out of those locations. We're not like other organizations where they have to go through a lot of different paperwork and a lot of different protocols to have people move. The way we structured our program is if youth is chronically non-compliant with program rules and expectations, or if they commit or engage in a crime or anything, or engage in disorderly conduct, then we can move them out at the drop of a dime. And that's what we've been doing. So anytime a youth has violated program rules or violated, engage in criminal activity, they're gone. And that's what we've been doing. Now, I don't want, the actions of a few to jeopardize the successful program participation of others, because we have 20 youth participating in this program, and we've only had issues with 3 out of those 20, and those 3 out of those 20 are out of the program or out of the city. So I just, again, if there are any questions or if there's any further explanation, I want to come and do my due diligence and be available for community citizens as well as for city council members to answer any questions regarding the program. Thank you, Mayor, for your time. Thank you, city council members.
Carl Aldridge.
My name is Carl Aldridge. I'd like to start off tonight by stating that I am not affiliated with any religious group. I'm not affiliated with any church, and all the ideals that I pose here tonight are my own. I'm 64 years old. I'm a citizen of Kankakee. Been living in Kankakee for 25 years. And I have views. All these are my own views. They're not affiliated with any group. Now, the first thing I'd like to say is thank you for buttoning up that house that was open for 7 days. I appreciate it. It was buttoned up pretty quick. It's nice and safe now, and I feel safe. My second comment is on the Music Fest. I enjoyed myself. My family enjoyed themselves. Everybody I've seen them enjoyed themselves. The only problem I have with the Music Fest, Mr. Mayor, is the platform stage. That platform stage is a hazard. The platform stage is not a stage, it's an alley. That's what it is. And it's a hazard, Mr. Mayor. I feel like something is going to happen in that area that's going to cause a lot of pain. I say do away with the platform stage. Build a south side stage, south of the main stage. You're facing the main stage, you got your south side stage, and you got your hill stage. All open air facilities. Now you may be thinking that the music from the south side stage will clash with the music on the main stage. There are partitions. I've seen them built in Chicago at the Taste. That is a sound barrier. And if you step on the other side of that sound barrier, you cannot hear a thing. And that will facilitate you building the south side stage. That's needed. I'm sure every performer that ever performed on that platform stage will thank you, Mr. Mayor. If you build the south side stage in the parking lot, nothing will be changed. Just build the platform in the parking lot in an open air area where people can sit just like the main stage and the hill stage. Last comment is concerning Sonia Massey. Sonia Massey. I would like to see 2 town hall meetings concerning Sonia Massey. I would like the subject to be Sonia Massey, and what solutions can we come up with so that will not happen here in Kankakee. I'd like to see 2 meetings before elections. Thank you.
Robert Ellington Snipes.
Good evening, Mayor and members of the City Council. I am here on behalf of supporting Pete Martin in a certain area of due process, but not as an attorney. I am not an attorney. You might see me fighting in the courts, but that's me fighting pro se, not as an attorney, so that's a disclaimer. However, I did ask him when he said that his fence was taken down, 4 cars, 3 riding lawnmowers, 1 large people passenger sleeper, 2 car trailers, 12 push mowers, 1 gas riding bike, 4 snow blowers, 10 weed whackers, 1 concrete mixer, 10 white vinyl fence, 10 tables, 14 wooden fences, 4 vinyl fences, 10 bikes, 10 air conditioners, 2 car jacks, 2 sets of cars, various tools, and numerous racks. Peter's 72 years old, and I've seen him come from a long ways back when he was Brandon House. Coming through the drug program, he came out and became clean. He offered a lot of services like gym with the kids in our particular community. And so most of those tools and things was his, and he finally was able to buy a property here and get some things done. He's now in the senior citizen mode. So some things he cannot understand. We have a lot of ordinances and things that they may not understand, and so I'm going to ask that they reach out. But if I ask them, did they have a warrant? What did they have? Did they tell you anything? He says, no. I said, did you tell them to put your car down? He said, yes, but they told it anyway. I said, well, that now is, we do have some laws that we got to follow. Due process is one of them. I understood that he got something in 2014. I understand that we got Kankakee Connect and other folks that want to dapper in, but he had fences and things up. So at some point in time, we need to at least explain to individuals before something happens what's going to happen and the right in which we legally have the right to do what we do into them a little bit more specifically than we would anybody else. So at this particular point, if all this stuff was taken, there was no warrant, there was an old ordinance or whatever it was, he was not, according to him, given notification. They just showed up and just tore things down or whatever. To you, it might not mean anything, but to a person that's been that experienced poverty, that went through a challenge with drugs and defeated all of that, and then contributed to our community. And I know for 9.5 years I played for Morning Star, and I was with Dr. Porter at Branding House dealing with the success of the Sounds Ministry. A lot of those individuals come through that program, and they are doing what I consider to be good things in the community. And we don't want to ever discourage them in our city or any place as to him not having rights, or we just come in and you just walk in, bam, 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 and to them, they look at their whole livelihood going down the drain. We can do better than that. So my thing is, I don't know what avenues he's going to take. There is the Institute of Justice that we'll be referring him to, but and it might look bad, and everybody else might see it as trash, but to him, that was his treasure. So we just need to do a little bit better when it comes to communicating, especially to our seniors. Thank you.
Travis Miller.
Good evening, Mayor, City Council. I just want to stand here today to, again, echo that we do have a problem when it comes to gun violence in our community. And it is going to take each and every one of us to really come together, to really focus on and help combat gun violence in our community. Last week, our city encountered a mass shooting. I understand that we may not want to define it as a mass shooting, but according to the Department of Justice, a mass shooting is when anybody, 4 or more people, are shot. We experienced a mass shooting involving youth. And we have to continue to be boots on the ground to address gun violence. It's not just going to take the city council and the mayor. It is going to take all of us within this community to come together. I understand that we have meetings, side meetings, and we have meetings all over the community, but we have to be more than just sitting down at a table and discussing gun violence. We really have to be boots on the ground and get out there. I want to thank Johnny, who is not present today. Also, I spoke with our deputy chief, and I want to commend the City of Kankakee Police Department, and I know that may be a shocker to some people, for their work during that particular incident on last week, helping to keep the community calm. And Johnny out there working with families, 6 families that was struggling. Deputy Chief was there, and I did commend the officers, because sometimes it can be chaos between community and our police department. Thank you to Cherry Malone Marshall, who received a call and immediately at 3 o'clock in the morning did all she can do, and to 7th Ward Alderman Reginald Jones for showing up and being at 2 hospitals at one time and doing whatever he can. And again, I told Deputy Chief that I'm very loud when it comes to addressing issues and calling out City Council. And I want to be as loud as commending this council and commending our police department for the good work that they do. The other thing is, we did experiencing a tragic loss of a child at the hands of our Kankakee River. And it was a time that I seen this community set aside politics, set aside agenda, set aside class or whatever, and truly come together. Our entire city came together. Seeing Lance Marzak on the river doing search and rescue, seeing our mayor out there consoling the family and ever so present with the family from the time it happened all the way to the service, and I'm sure he is still in contact with that family. That says a lot of our community coming together, and we have to continue to work together and continue to come together. We experienced devastating loss. I also asked, and speaking with Dave Barrett, I know that the city of Kankakee does not own the river, but if we can do whatever we can to work with our park district to provide safety devices on our rivers and on our bridges, and those safety devices is flotation rings throughout our city and on our rivers and throughout our parks that is surrounded by water. Whatever we can do to partner with not only our city, our county, our state elected officials, as well as our park district, I think it is so important. I do thank you for your time, and just to echo the gentleman that came earlier about Sonia Massey, I have, and most of you who follow me know that I have been up and down throughout Chicago and Springfield the last couple of weeks, just left the capital as it relates to Sonia Massey. And so I do want us to talk about that as a city so that Kankakee does not experience such a tragedy. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, City Council.
At this time, we will move on to item 5, roll call, City Council.
Jones.
Present.
Noble. Here. Johnson. Here. Cobbs.
Here.
Lewis. Here. Navarez.
Here.
Marzak.
Present.
Swanson. Here. Holly.
Here.
Osinga. Present. O'Brien.
Here.
Barron.
Here.
Malone Marshall. Prude.
Here.
13 present, 1 absent.
We do have a quorum. Item 5B, department heads.
Kidwell.
Here.
LaRoche. Here. Kubel.
Present.
Landwehr. Present. Sanchi.
Present.
Lopez.
Here.
Newton.
Here.
Higash.
Present.
Nelson. Here. Beasley. Here. Hoffman.
Here.
Croswell. Here. Brewer Watson.
Here.
Thank you.
We do have a request if we could amend the agenda tonight. We do need an executive session. We don't think it will be long, but it has to do with a collective bargaining agreement. We would like to move item 14D up to 6A in the agenda. I will let the community know here, we don't expect it to be too long, so why we will have to have executive session. I ask that if you don't need to leave, hopefully we'll get you back in here and conduct city business. But is there a motion to amend the agenda to move item 14D and, let me just make sure I got it right. Item 14D and item 16 to items 6A and 6B.
So moved.
We have a motion from Alderman Marzak. Is there a second?
Second.
We have a second from Alderman Osinga. Is there any questions or comments on amending the agenda? Seeing none, roll call.
Jones.
Aye.
Noble.
Aye.
Johnson. Aye. Cobbs.
Aye.
Lewis. Navarez.
Aye.
Marzak.
Aye.
Swanson.
Aye.
Tully.
Aye.
Osinga.
Aye.
O'Brien.
Aye.
Barron.
Aye.
Rude.
Aye.
13 ayes, 0 nays.
Motion to amend the agenda is approved. We'll move on to item 6. Is there a motion to approve the minutes from Monday, July 15th, 2024?
So moved, Mayor Curtis.
We have a motion from Alderman Osinga. Is there a second?
I'll second that motion.
We have a second from Alderman Tully. Is there any questions, comments, changes, or additions to the minutes? Seeing none, roll call.
Jones.
Aye.
Aye. Johnson.
Sorry. Aye.
Cobbs.
Aye.
Lewis. Navarez.
Aye.
Marzak.
Aye.
Swanson.
Aye.
Tully.
Aye.
Osinga.
Aye.
O'Brien.
Aye.
Barron.
Aye.
Rude.
Aye.
13 ayes, 0 nays.
The minutes are approved. Item 6A of the amended agenda.
Sorry, I'm prepared.
14D.
Okay. We have executive session under 5 ILCS 120/2C2, union contracts, resolution authorizing the execution of the Teamsters Local 705 collective bargaining agreement for the Department of Public Works.
Is there a motion to go into executive session?
So moved.
We have a motion from Alderwoman Johnson. Is there a second?
Second.
We have a second from Alderman Marzak. Roll call.
Jones.
Aye.
Noble.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Cobbs.
Aye.
Lewis. Navarez.
Aye.
Marzak.
Aye.
Swanson.
Aye.
Holly.
Aye.
Osinga.
Aye.
O'Brien.
Aye.
Barron.
Aye.
Rude.
Aye.
13 ayes, 0 nays.
To the audience, again, this shouldn't be too long, so we do encourage you to stay around for a little bit. Backwards. Okay. Is there a motion to return to open session?
So moved.
We have a motion from Alderman Marzak. Is there a second?
Second.
Second from Alderwoman Noble. Your roll call for motion to return?
Jones.
Aye. Aye.
Noble.
Aye.
Johnson. Aye. Hobbs.
Aye.
Lewis. Navarez.
Aye.
Marzak.
Aye.
Swanson.
Aye.
Holly.
Aye.
Osenga.
Aye.
O'Brien.
Aye.
Barron.
Aye.
Prude.
Aye.
13 ayes, 0 nays.
We do have a quorum. We do have action resulting from the executive session. That is item 6B, the amended agenda.
A resolution authorizing the execution of the Teamsters Local 705 collective bargaining agreement for the Department of Public Works.
Is there a motion to approve the resolution?
I'll make that motion.
We have a motion from Alderwoman Swanson. Is there a second?
I'll second.
We have a second from Alderman Prude. Is there any questions or comments regarding the resolution regarding the Teamsters Local 705 collective bargaining agreement? Seeing none, roll call.
Jones.
Aye.
Noble.
Aye.
Johnson. Aye. Cobbs. Aye. Lewis. Aye. Navarez.
Aye.
Marzak.
Aye.
Swanson.
Aye.
Holly.
Aye.
Osenga.
Aye.
O'Brien.
Aye.
Barron.
Aye.
Prude.
Aye.
13 ayes, 0 nays.
Resolution is approved. We'll move on to item 7 under petitions, item 7A.
PB 2024-4-2, an ordinance approving a conditional use permit to operate a wine bar at 810 West Station Street.
We have several items here. Mr. Hoffman, you have your water, oxygen, you ready to go?
I am ready, thank
Okay. You had some heavy planning meetings here this month, so
you. We have been busy, yes.
I'll let you start with item 7A, please.
So the first one is a proposed wine bar at 810 West Station Street. This is for a conditional use in the C1 zoning district. Planning Board held a public hearing on this, recommended approval with several conditions. The first several conditions are typical things like requiring a business license, that they would need to get a liquor license, approval from fire department and code for any improvements they do on the property. The last one is somewhat of a unique condition. That is that the applicant shall work with the property owner to add parking lot striping to designate at least 10 off-street parking spaces for this use, including 1 handicap space. This lot is shared with a tire facility, so we want to make sure that there are clear designated parking spaces for this. There is enough room on the property to accommodate the parking, but it's not marked right now. So if they put the striping out there, it'll be efficiently laid out so that they could have the required amount of parking. So with that condition, the Planning Board did recommend approval of this request.
Thank you. Is there a motion to suspend the rules for the passage of this ordinance tonight?
So moved, Mayor.
We have a motion from Alderman Navarez. Is there a second? Second. We have a second from Alderwoman Lewis. Roll call.
Jones.
Aye.
Noble.
Aye.
Johnson. Hobbs.
Aye.
Lewis.
Aye.
Navarez.
Aye.
Marzak.
Abstain due to a potential conflict of interest.
Swanson.
Aye.
Holly.
Aye.
Osenga.
Aye.
O'Brien.
Aye.
Barron.
Aye.
Prude.
Aye.
12 ayes, 0 nays, 1 abstention.
Is there a motion to place this ordinance on final reading for passage tonight?
I'll make the motion, Mayor, to put this in final reading with all the several conditions.
We have a motion from Alderman Navarez. Is there a second?
Second.
We have a second from Alderwoman Lewis. Is there any questions or comments? Seeing none, roll call.
Jones.
Aye.
Noble.
Aye.
Johnson. Aye. Cobbs.
Aye.
Lewis.
Aye.
Navarez.
Aye.
Marzak.
Abstain due to a potential conflict of interest.
Swanson.
Aye.
Holly.
Aye.
Osenga.
Aye.
O'Brien. Barron.
Aye.
Prude.
Aye.
12 ayes, 0 nays, 1 abstention.
Ordinance is approved. Next is item 7B.
PB 2024-6-1, an ordinance approving a zoning map amendment to rezone from R1 Single Family Residential to R3 Multifamily at 831 South Washington Avenue.
Mr. Hoffman.
Thank you, Mayor. This is a rezoning of a property that's currently zoned R1. The requested zoning is R3. The property does contain 4 apartments on it. They have been recently renovated. This was a property that was owned by the Kankakee Land Bank and sold to the owner They were informed that they needed to rezone the property. They did apply. We held a public hearing last month before the planning board. They did recommend approval of the rezoning. Also, in addition to the zoning, they were seeking a variance for parking. The planning board did not feel comfortable granting that variance for parking. They suggested they do have space for roughly 4 spaces on the property, I believe. They need another 4 spaces, and they're going to need to find 4 additional spaces somewhere in the vicinity that would meet the code requirement for parking. But in terms of the zoning, planning board recommended unanimously to approve the rezoning from R1 to R3.
Thank you, Mr. Hoffman. Is there a motion to suspend the rules that would allow this passage tonight?
I'll make that motion.
We have a motion from Alderwoman Swanson. Is there a second?
Second.
We have a second from Alderman Marzak. Roll call.
Jones.
Aye.
Noble.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Cobb's.
Aye.
Lewis.
Aye.
Navarez.
Aye.
Marzak.
Aye.
Swanson.
Aye.
Tolly.
Aye.
Osinga.
Aye.
O'Brien. Aaron.
Aye.
Rude.
Aye.
13 ayes, 0 nays.
Is there a motion to place this ordinance on a final reading for passage tonight?
I'll make that motion.
We have a motion from Alderwoman Swanson. Is there a second?
Second.
We have a second from Alderman Marzak. Is there any questions or comments? Alderman Marzak.
I'd just like to say it's a good start, for the land bank. I mean, this place was abandoned for a long time, boarded up, looked very horrible. If there was ever a wish list, I believe they completed it. Roof, siding, windows, new electric, drywall, everything inside. Hopefully the parking issue can be resolved, with maybe a possible purchase of the lot next door.
Any other questions or comments? Roll call.
Jones.
Aye.
Noble.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Cobb's.
Aye.
Lewis.
Aye.
Navarez.
Aye.
Marzak.
Aye.
Swanson.
Aye.
Tolly.
Aye.
Osinga.
Aye.
O'Brien.
Aye.
Barron.
Aye.
Rude.
Aye.
13 ayes, 0 nays.
Ordinance is approved. Next is item 7C.
PB 2024-4-3, an ordinance approving a conditional use permit for a billboard by Quick Trip Corporation at Riverstone Parkway and Route 4552.
Mr. Hoffman.
Thank you, Mayor. This is for the new Quick Trip. While it's classified as a billboard here, it's really kind of a highway identification sign that'll have the Quick Trip logo and then the price of gas below it, very similar to the Ricky Rocket sign that was approved recently, except without the logo of the rocket guy up on top. But normal and routine for this type of business, and the planning board was comfortable with the conditional use for the billboard and recommended approval to you.
Thank you. Is there a motion to suspend the rules that would interfere with the passage of this ordinance tonight?
I'll make that motion.
We have a motion from Alderwoman Swanson. Is there a second?
Second.
We have a second from Alderman Marzak. Roll call.
Jones.
Aye.
Noble.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Cobb's.
Aye.
Lewis.
Aye.
Navarez.
Aye.
Marzak.
Aye.
Swanson.
Aye.
Tolly.
Aye.
Osinga.
Aye.
O'Brien.
Aye.
Barron.
Aye.
Rude.
Aye.
13 ayes, 0 nays.
Is there a motion to place this ordinance on final reading for tonight?
I'll make that motion.
We have a motion from Alderwoman Swanson. Is there a second?
Second.
We have a second from Alderman Marzak. Any questions or comments? Seeing none, roll call.
Jones.
Aye.
Noble.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Cobb's.
Aye.
Lewis.
Aye.
Navarez.
Aye.
Marzak.
Aye.
Swanson.
Aye.
Tolly.
Aye.
Osinga.
Aye.
O'Brien.
Aye.
Barron.
Aye.
Rude.
Aye.
13 ayes, 0 nays.
Ordinance is approved. Next is item 7D.
PB 2024-6-3, an ordinance approving a zoning map amendment to rezone from R1 Single Family Residential to R2 Two Family Residential for 553 and 554 East Bourbonnais Street.
Mr. Hoffman.
Thank you, Mayor. These are 2 small lots across the street from each other, both around 3,000 square feet in size. They currently both have 2-unit structures on them that have been somewhat renovated and now for sale. Another situation where the lender for the purchaser was concerned that the property couldn't be rebuilt. They've applied to rezone it to R2. That makes sense from staff's perspective, and the planning board supported the rezoning to R2. You'll have a separate item after this on some variances, and we'll discuss those when we get to those.
Is there a motion to suspend the rules that would interfere for the passage of this ordinance tonight?
So moved.
We have a motion from Alderman O'Brien. Is there a second?
Second.
Second from Alderman Barron. Roll call.
Jones.
Aye.
Noble. Aye. Johnson. Aye. Cobb's. Aye. Lewis.
Aye.
Navarez.
Aye.
Marzak.
Aye.
Swanson.
Aye.
Holly.
Aye.
Osenga.
Aye.
O'Brien.
Aye.
Barron.
Aye.
Rude.
Aye.
13 ayes, 0 nays.
Is there a motion to place this ordinance on final reading for tonight?
So moved.
We have a motion from Alderman O'Brien. Is there a second?
Second.
We have a second from Alderman Barron. Is there any questions or comments? Roll call.
Jones.
Aye.
Noble. Aye. Johnson. Aye. Cobb's.
Aye.
Lewis.
Aye.
Navarez.
Aye.
Marzak.
Aye.
Swanson.
Aye.
Holly.
Aye.
Osenga.
Aye.
O'Brien.
Aye.
Barron.
Aye.
Rude.
Aye.
13 ayes, 0 nays.
Ordinance is approved. Next is item 7I. I'm sorry, yep, you're sorry. Yep. 7D, 1 and 2. If you can read both, please.
Okay, yes. An ordinance reversing the planning board's decision and granting major variances from the minimum lot area and parking standards for certain property located within the city of Kankakee, Kankakee County, Illinois, at 553 and 554 East Bourbonnais Street, or a resolution denying major variances from the minimum lot area and parking standards at 553 and 554 East Bourbonnais Street.
Mr. Hoffman, you're going to see two things here, but I think Mr. Hoffman will clear this up for you. And then we'll-
Yes, be happy to. And just so you know, the applicant is in the room, and if you have questions of him, he'd be happy to address those for you as well. But when we redid the R2 zoning district 6-8 months ago, something like that, we designed it so that for small lots like this of 3,000 square feet or so, you could have a single-family home on it. For larger lots of 6,000 and above, you could have 2 units on the property. So right now, with the rezoning you just did, this is a legal lot for single-family, but not for two-family. Now, I believe they do still have some rental licenses that are in place out there that would allow them to continue it as a 2-unit, as a legal non-conforming in the current situation. But if that structure was ever removed without the variance that is requested for the lot size that you have on your discussion tonight, they would only be allowed to rebuild it as a single family. The planning board heard the case, felt it was really more appropriate for a single family, and denied the request for a variance of lot size. And they also denied the parking variance that would be needed if you were to operate that as a 2-unit. Each unit would require 2 parking spaces, so you would need 4 spaces per lot if this was to be a 2-unit property. So the planning board recommended denial of that. The applicant is seeking relief from you to overturn that so that they can have the variance for lot size and parking, and therefore continue to use those in perpetuity as a 2-unit.
Legal.
Yeah, and then I would just add, because this is in the nature of an appeal, 2 things. One, there is a written statement with photographs that was submitted to the city by the applicant, that's in the packet, as well as the staff report to the planning board's recommendation. There's then 2 separate items, documents for consideration. One is an ordinance that would overrule the planning board and grant the 2 variances, the lot size and parking variances, in contradiction to what the planning board had decided. And the second is a resolution that simply affirms their decision and refuses the variances. So these 2 items, only one of them can be adopted. It's either or.
Right.
So before you, just so we don't get too confused, if it is the council's desire to override the planning board's decision and reverse it, that is an ordinance that we would have to suspend the rules and then have a second, final reading. If you are upholding the planning board's recommendation, which is to deny the major variance, that's a resolution and would just require a simple vote. So at this time, I'm looking for direction of approving the ordinance or the resolution. Alderman O'Brien?
Thank you, Mayor. I support the planning board determination and findings, and therefore I make a resolution denying the request for major variances on the minimum lot area and parking standards at 553 and 554 East Bourbonnais Street.
We have a motion from Alderman O'Brien to approve the resolution denying the major variance. Is there a second?
Second the passage of that resolution.
We have a second from Alderman Barron. Is there any questions or comments regarding the resolutions denying the major variances for 553 and 554 East Bourbonnais Street? Alderman O'Brien.
Thank you, Mayor. I just want to note from the planning board report the important information in my estimation. They note that the lots are about half the size of the lots permitted for two-family use and currently have little yard area for outdoor use and no on-site parking. So that's really, in my estimation, the driver of why we would need to support the planning board determination there, and that's why I made a motion to deny this request. Thank you.
Is there any other questions or comments? Alderman Barron?
Thank you, Mayor. I'd just say I would agree with that. And also just to say that we did go through quite a process in modifying the lot size requirements previously. And I think those were good decisions. I think that it makes sense to stick with that by applying them here and denying the appeal.
Any other comments? Alderman Marzak.
So in this case, they're operating it currently as a two-unit?
They were until about 6 months ago when he decided to put it on the market. I believe one or more of the rental licenses have expired, but it's still within a year.
So they would still be able to operate a legal non-conforming, correct? Just without the zoning, so it affects the financing and sale is all?
Correct.
Okay.
Any other questions or comments? Alderman Jones?
I want to hear, I'm trying to get this right. So he really can't sell it right now? That's what I'm hearing? As a two-unit? I mean, probably unless he's a cash deal or what am I?
No, so the concern is if the concern, and maybe I should let Mr. Hoffman, but if the lender on this, if they're purchasing it and the structure was to be destroyed, whatever that might be, tornado, fire, something happened.
Okay.
It would not be able to be rebuilt without the proper zoning, which has been approved now. Well, they can be rebuilt, but it has to be rebuilt as a single family and not a two-unit. Correct?
Mm-hmm. Correct.
What this is here is they were also asking for a variance of not having the off-street parking. And so it can continue to operate as it is right now, as a two-unit. That's not a problem, but if it was to be destroyed and had to be rebuilt, it would not be able to be rebuilt as a two-unit because of the lot size. The resolution is denying that major variance and upholding the Planning Commission's recommendation.
I got it. Okay.
So the operation of business is still active and moving forward right now.
That's what my, okay, I got it.
Any other questions or comments? Roll call?
Jones.
Aye.
Noble.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Cobb's.
Aye.
Lewis.
Aye.
Navarez.
Aye.
Marzak.
Aye.
Swanson.
Aye.
Tully.
Aye.
Osinga.
Aye.
O'Brien.
Aye.
Barron. Prude.
Aye.
13 ayes, 0 nays.
Resolution is approved. Next is, we have item 8, communications. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. I'm going to have Clerk Gall read all 5 into the record, please.
Sure. Item A, Kingdom Life Center Church is requesting street closure of South Dearborn Avenue from East Charles Street to East Hawkins Street to host their church picnic on Saturday, August 10th, 2024, from 8 o'clock a.m. until 6 o'clock p.m. Item B, Youth for Christ City Life Center is requesting permission to host City Life Tag Day on Saturday, October 5th, 2024, with a rain date of Saturday, October 12th, 2024. Item C, Jasmine L. Jones is requesting street closure of the 700 block of South Wildwood Avenue to host a welcome home block party on Saturday, August 10th, 2024, from 10 o'clock a.m. until 7 o'clock p.m. Item D, Pleasant Grove MB Church is requesting permission to host their community outreach parade on Saturday, August 10th, 2024, from 12 o'clock p.m. until 2 o'clock p.m. And item E, Kankakee Events Partnership is requesting closure of the Depot Fountain area, the alley behind the 100 block of South Schuyler Avenue, and the North and South Depot parking lots to host Cars, Coffee, and Cigars on Saturday, September 28th, 2024, at 1 o'clock p.m. until Sunday, September 29th, 2024, at 1 o'clock p.m.
Is it the desire of the council, or is there a motion to combine items 8A, B, C, D, and E?
So move.
We have a motion from Alderman Tully, and I heard a second from Alderman Navarez. Any questions or comments? This is the combined. Roll call.
Jones.
Aye.
Noble. Johnson. Aye. Cobb's.
Aye.
Lewis.
Aye.
Navarez.
Aye.
Marzak.
Aye.
Swanson.
Aye.
Tully.
Aye.
Osinga.
Aye.
O'Brien.
Aye.
Barron.
Aye.
Rude.
Aye.
13 ayes, 0 nays.
Motion to combine 8A, B, C, D, and E is approved. Is there a motion to approve items 8A, B, C, D, and E?
So moved.
We have a motion from Alderman Navarez. Is there a second?
Second.
Second from Alderman Tully. Any questions or comments? Roll call.
Jones.
Aye.
Noble.
Aye.
Johnson. Aye. Cobb's.
Aye.
Lewis.
Aye.
Navarez.
Aye.
Marzak.
Aye.
Swanson.
Aye.
Tully.
Aye.
Osinga.
Aye.
O'Brien.
Aye.
Barron.
Aye.
Rude.
Aye.
13 ayes, 0 nays.
The communications, all items are approved. We'll now move on to item 9, standing committees. Item 9A.
License and franchise for Thursday, March 7th, 2024.
Alderwoman Johnson. Bless you.
Our license and franchise meeting on Thursday, March 7th, came to order at 5:31. All of our members were present. We had Mayor Curtis as a guest, Angie Sarah from Aqua, Dave Carter, the Aqua Illinois State President, was here as well. We had no public comments, no need for approval of minutes. Mr. Carter and Ms. Serafini gave a presentation regarding the possible rate increases for Aqua that could be coming later this year. The rate filing with the state of Illinois was submitted on January 2nd of 2024 and would take approximately 11 months for approval. The rate increase will affect all Aqua customers across the state, and it's been about 6.5 years since their last rate increase. As a regulated utility company, Aqua must file a change in their tariff with the Illinois Commerce Commission, and the process is very similar to an audit, with the amount of paperwork requested and questions that are presented as well. In terms of what can be recovered from under their categories, the first is the recoverable area, which includes the operating costs such as supplies, chemicals, power, items that are used annually, and there's no markup on these items. That cost is just pushed through to the ratepayers or the customers. And then these costs are reviewed by the ICC. The second is the infrastructure investments or the capital equipment, and this is how Aqua is able to make a profit with the water mains, the improvement to the treatment plant, the water storage in those facilities. There was quite a good amount of information shared through the presentation. I don't know that we need to go over everything, but to give our locally some of the specific improvements that were done under the last rate increase include the ultraviolet disinfectant facility at a cost of $18.4 million, filter refurbishment project that is taking place this year at a cost of $16.4 million as well. Numerous water main replacement projects, water tank maintenance, hydro replacements, an electronic monitoring system as well, and they've invested about $68 million into their system. For our households, the current based on an average 4,000 gallon usage for a month for the customers, currently runs about $63.76. With the proposed change, the average bill for Kankakee residents would go up to about $72 and change, or an approximately 13.5% increase, I believe. So, we also had some good questions that Mr. Carter was able to answer regarding some federal low-income programs that are available. I believe those would be at roughly a 70% discount for residents that are eligible for that as well. And then there was some other questions regarding some bad debt recovery fees that we're seeing on our bills as well. And Mr. Carter advised that that was a program that was put in place during COVID, and Aqua is allowed by the ICC to collect that. Alderman Jones advised that there was an issue with a house with a large water bill in his ward, and he also praised Aqua for their services. Under our old business, we discussed our single-serve alcohol sales outside of the downtown business. At the time, things were going well. Alderman O'Brien advised that they were going okay, but we'll keep it as an ongoing item. We also reviewed changes to our liquor license categories and outlined changes that we made with those as well. We also changed the Sunday liquor sales to start at 8 a.m. on Sundays and not just Sunday holidays. There was some discussion on a Class F license, a special use liquor license, and why that isn't run through a Class G, the restaurant license. So our Mayor Curtis provided some examples for that, and we had some discussion around that. No action was taken. Alderman Tully made a motion to forward the red line items onto City Council, and Alderman Prude made the second. Again, discussion on the Class F, and if those were included. And at the time, they were not. We passed that with a roll call vote onto City Council. Alderman Prude made the motion to move the Sunday sales to 8 a.m., and a second with Alderman Navarez as that as well. We had no new business and no executive session was needed.
Thank you, Alderwoman Johnson. Next is item 9B.
License and franchise for Thursday, May 9th, 2024.
Alderwoman Johnson.
This meeting came to order at 5:30. We had a quorum present. We had Mr. Ernie Lopez from Republic Waste as a guest and Alderman Barron. No public comments, and we did approve our minutes from February as well. Actually, I think that should be March, but so Alderman O'Brien had asked if Mr. Lopez could attend our meeting, due to some ongoing road damage that the other people feel was caused by the garbage trucks. Mr. Lopez came to our meeting. He would have liked to have the operations supervisor here as well, but he was unable to attend. Mr. Lopez did note some of the damage that could be caused by the trucks, along with some residential cars parking along Duane Boulevard in the Riverview neighborhood, combined with the large trucks, has caused significant amount of wear and tear on our streets. He also noted that the drivers are making a conscious effort not to cause property damage. We had quite a large discussion regarding our alleys and our boulevard and our streets with Mr. Lopez. Alderman Marzak asked if reversing routes would be helpful. He advised that drivers tried doing that in the past and it was easier. However, it doesn't comply with the safety standards. So that's not their practice any longer. Alderman Navarez sent pictures to Mr. Lopez regarding some large potholes in the Hickory and Wall Streets area. We asked if all the trucks were the same size, and Mr. Lopez advised that there were some smaller trucks available. However, Republic tries to keep all the same size trucks in order to keep the repair costs down on their end. So they currently run pretty much the same size trucks. We also discussed some solutions that may help, maybe putting some larger stones around the corners where we're seeing reoccurring damage that would help reduce that. There was some suggestion that Republic Waste could possibly help with some of the repair costs. However, that would have to be discussed with the higher leaders with public services, so. Alderman Jones noted there was some damage in the 400 block of North Poplar. Alderman Marzak, he had a lot of damage. Noticed that the MFT funds were used for the repairs, and there's significant crowning on our alleys all over the city with the heavier trucks. Alderman Barron asked what the best way to make Republic Services aware of these, and Mr. Lopez suggested sending addresses and pictures. We also discussed the recycling plan, our program that we currently have, which Republic handles as well. We get 1 can of recycles, 1 can of poor recycling can contaminate the whole truck. And so we are, Republic has started some outreach programs through the school system to help with the recycling, so we better our recycling with the Recycling Simplified program. He also noted, Mr. Lopez also noted that in 2017, the acceptable contamination rate was 5%. Now that is dropped down to 0.5% for the recycling, so it has to be very clean in order for it to be used. They have also, Republic has also opened some plastic recycling facilities in Las Vegas, and they have another one that should be coming into the Indianapolis area, and they are working towards getting electric vehicles by the year 2030. So Alderman O'Brien also asked if it would be easier for the trucks on Duane Boulevard if we made Duane Boulevard no parking. He said it would, and I stated that Alderman Cobbs and I have discussed it. We just have not brought that to our residents yet. So we also had received a question about dehumidifiers and if Belson would take them, which they don't. Republic does not take them. So it was suggested to sit it outside on garbage day, and someone would take that. There was additional questions on the recycling program. And then again, under our old business, we spoke about the single-serve alcohol sales boundaries. Alderman O'Brien noted that he has noticed an uptick in activity within the downtown area, so we'll keep that on our agenda. We also had a presentation from a Mr. McGee and a Ms. Jackson regarding a Sapphire Room, which would be an event space in the downtown area that would hold baby showers, small weddings, corporate events, birthday parties, those types of items. Again, questions regarding that, a liquor license, their business hours, and that type of information. So, otherwise, we adjourned at 6:31, and that was it.
Thank you, Alderwoman Johnson. Item 9C,
Ordinance for Tuesday, June 25th, 2024.
Alderman Marzak.
Thank you. The regular meeting of the Ordinance Committee was called to order by Chairman Lance Marzak on Tuesday, June 25th, 2024 at 5:30. At that time, we only had 3 committee members present: Carmen Lewis, Dave Barron, and Lance Marzak. Sherry Malone Marshall was on the way. So also was present was Dawn Landwehr from Legal and Mayor Curtis as well as 3 representatives for Nexamp Solar. We had no public comment. Under old business, shelter daycare service, we were still waiting for a definition and suggestions, so it was left on the agenda. Next was drinking on public property. It seemed a slight increase in people hanging out by the liquor store and the old funeral home. This will continue to be left on for updates. Next was the number of tickets and violations needed prior to towing a vehicle. The committee, Dawn Landwehr went over what was in place now and the current procedure for compliance. After some discussion, this would be left on for next month. Next was the discussion on the fines for dogs and violation. Sherry Malone Marshall joined the meeting at this time, so a quorum was present. Dawn from Legal gave an overview of the ordinance, and the current fines are $500, and if you have a second within 12 months, it's $1,000. The third is $1,500. So the committee concluded that the fines were high enough and voted to table this matter. Next under new business was Waldron Road Nexamp Solar conditional use. This was up for discussion due to the concerns from Nexamp Solar as to the conditions placed upon them for Next Stamp and Waldron Road Solar LLC to remain the owner and operator and may not assign the conditional use permit or respective interest to another without city council approval. They're requesting that the condition be removed so they can get financing for the project. The condition was in place because of the highly visible location and the residential homes in the area. This is not located in an industrial park. It's on a main road into the city. The representatives from Nextamp presented the position on financing, and with the condition that is in place, it would be hard for them to move forward with the project. After discussion with the committee, the representatives from Nextamp will get with legal and the mayor and bring this back to the committee next month. Or they may present it to another committee if time is an issue on this. This will be left under old business. Next, Chairman Marzak asked to circle back due to not having a quorum earlier for a motion to approve the minutes from March 26, 2024. It was approved. Let's see, there was no question, nope, there was question and concerns. Lewis wanted to know if we had an ordinance on speed bumps. Don Landwehr stated we do not. There was no need for an executive session. Motion to adjourn made by Malone Marshall, seconded by Lewis. Adjournment was 6:54. Thank you.
Thank you, Alderman Marzak. Next on the agenda is item 10, report of officers. Item 10A.
City of Kankakee bills in the amount of $867,960.32.
Is there a motion to approve the report of officers for the city of Kankakee?
I'll make that motion, Mayor, to approve the report of officers. Let's pay the bills in the amount of $867,960.32.
We have a motion from Alderman Navarez. Is there a second?
I'll second.
We have a second from Alderman Jones. Any questions or comments regarding the bills for the city of Kankakee? Seeing none, roll call.
Jones.
Aye.
Noble. Aye. Johnson.
Aye.
Cobbs.
Aye.
Lewis.
Aye.
Navarez.
Aye.
Marzak.
Aye.
Swanson.
Aye.
Holly.
Aye.
Osinga.
Aye.
O'Brien.
Aye, but I abstain from check 82757 payable to Homestar Title Company for $150 due to a potential conflict of interest.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Barron.
Aye, but I abstain as to check 82750 to Eastgate Communications, 82764 to Kankakee Ace Hardware, and check 1425 to Piggish Engineering to avoid a potential conflict of interest.
Thank you. Approved.
Aye.
13 ayes, 0 nays.
Report of officers for the city of Kankakee are approved. Next is item 10B.
Environmental Services Utility bills in the amount of $333,860.44.
Is there a motion to approve the report of officers for ESU?
I'll make that motion.
We have a motion from Alderwoman Swanson. Is there a second?
I'll second that.
We have a second from Alderman Osinga. Is there any questions or comments regarding the bills from Environmental Services Utility? Roll call.
Jones.
Aye.
Noble. Aye. Johnson.
Aye.
Cobbs.
Aye.
Lewis.
Aye.
Navarez.
Aye.
Marzak.
Aye.
Swanson.
Aye.
Holly.
Aye.
Osinga.
Aye.
O'Brien.
Aye.
Barron.
Aye, but I abstain as to check 35226 to Barron Hewitt Oil Company, check 35246 to Gordon Electric Supply, check 35256 to Kankakee Ace Hardware, check 35258 to Kankakee Truck Equipment, check 35267 to Piggish Semino Incorporated, each to avoid a potential conflict of interest.
Thank you. Approved.
Aye.
13 ayes, 0 nays.
Report of officers for ESU are approved. Next is item 11, unfinished business. Item 11A.
An ordinance creating a new Article 14, Planning and Zoning Department within Chapter 2, Administration, and amending Chapter 2, Administration, Article 15, Building and Zoning Department of the Kankakee Municipal Code, and creating the Office of Director of Planning and Zoning. And this is second reading.
So you had this on the agenda 2 weeks ago. This is still the same document with one change. I believe we had in there city planner as a title throughout. We've changed that to Director of Planning and Zoning to make it consistent throughout our code and ordinance. Everything else is the exact same. As we mentioned before, this basically, because we haven't had an employee in this position probably in 6 years or so, this is creating the planning department, a self-standing department with its own budget that would report to the city manager or the mayor and work cohesively with all the other department heads. So is there a motion to approve the ordinance creating the new article?
I'll make that motion.
We have a motion from Alderwoman Swanson. Is there a second?
Second.
We have a second from Alderman Marzak. Is there any questions or comments? Roll call.
Jones.
Aye.
Noble. Aye. Johnson.
Aye.
Cobb's.
Aye.
Lewis.
Aye.
Navarez.
Aye.
Marzak.
Aye.
Swanson.
Aye.
Holly.
Aye.
Osinga.
Aye.
O'Brien.
Aye.
Barron.
Aye.
Pruden.
Aye.
13 ayes, 0 nays.
Ordinance is approved. Next is item 12 under new business. Item 12A.
An ordinance amending Chapter 32, Section 231, entitled Handicap Parking of the Municipal Code of the City of Kankakee, handicap parking signs established at 431 South Winfield Avenue.
Is there a motion to suspend the rules that would allow for the passage of this ordinance tonight?
So move.
We have a motion from Alderman Osinga. Is there a second?
Second.
We have a second from Alderman Tully. Roll call.
Jones.
Aye.
Noble.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Cobb's.
Aye.
Lewis.
Aye.
Navarez.
Aye.
Marzak.
Aye.
Swanson.
Aye.
Holly.
Aye.
Osinga.
Aye.
O'Brien.
Aye.
Barron.
Aye.
Pruden.
Aye.
13 ayes, 0 nays.
Is there a motion to place this ordinance on final reading for passage tonight?
So move, Mayor.
We have a motion from Alderman Osinga. Is there a second?
I'll second that, Mayor.
We have a second from Alderman Tully. Any questions or comments? Roll call.
Jones.
Aye.
Noble.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Cobb's.
Aye.
Lewis.
Aye.
Navarez.
Aye.
Marzak.
Aye.
Swanson.
Aye.
Holly.
Aye.
Osinga.
Aye.
O'Brien.
Aye.
Barron.
Aye.
Pruden.
Aye.
13 ayes, 0 nays.
Ordinance is approved. Next is item 12B.
An ordinance amending Chapter 32, Section 231, entitled Handicap Parking of the Municipal Code of the City of Kankakee, handicap parking signs established at 791 South Wildwood Avenue.
Is there a motion to suspend the rules that would allow the passage of this ordinance tonight?
So move.
We have a motion from Alderman O'Brien. Is there a second?
Second.
We have a second from Alderman Jones. Roll call.
Jones.
Aye.
Noble.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Cobb's.
Aye.
Lewis.
Aye.
Navarez.
Aye.
Marzak.
Aye.
Swanson.
Aye.
Holly.
Aye.
Osinga.
Aye.
O'Brien.
Aye.
Barron.
Aye.
Pruden.
Aye.
13 ayes, 0 nays.
Is there a motion to place this ordinance on final reading for passage tonight? We have a motion from Alderman O'Brien. Is there a second?
Second.
Second from Alderman Barron. Any questions or comments? Roll call.
Jones.
Aye.
Noble.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Cobb's.
Aye.
Lewis.
Aye.
Navarez.
Aye.
Marzak.
Aye.
Swanson.
Aye.
Holly.
Aye.
Osinga.
Aye.
O'Brien.
Aye.
Barron.
Aye.
Pruden.
Aye.
13 ayes, 0 nays.
Ordinance is approved. Item 12C.
An ordinance declaring certain property surplus of the City of Kankakee in the Kankakee Fire Department and authorizing the sale thereof.
Chief LaRoche, you want to just identify the items? Chief Kidwell, be nice.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. We got to a late start on the spring cleaning, so there's some items on there that we've had in storage for some times. TVs have been broken or possibly not working for some time. Some car parts, some extinguishers that are well out of date that can't be hydroed, humidifier, and we have 16 bed frames that were just replaced. Our Foreign Fire Tax Board, they purchased new heavier duty beds for the stations, and so we have these old beds that seen a lot of use, a lot of years, but they're being replaced at the time. So that's about it. Nothing really that we can't donate or sell.
Thank you. Is there a motion to suspend the rules for the passage of ordinance tonight?
So move, Mayor.
We have a motion from Alderman Osinga. Is there a second?
Second.
Second from Alderman Tully. Roll call.
Jones.
Aye.
Noble.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Cobb's.
Aye.
Lewis.
Aye.
Navarez.
Aye.
Marzak.
Aye.
Swanson.
Aye.
Holly.
Aye.
Osinga.
Aye.
O'Brien.
Aye.
Barron.
Aye.
Pruden.
Aye.
13 ayes, 0 nays.
Is there a motion to place this ordinance on final reading for passage tonight?
So move.
We have a motion from Alderman Osinga. Is there a second?
I'll second, Mayor.
We have a second from Alderman Tully. Any questions or comments? Roll call.
Jones.
Aye.
Noble.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Cobb's.
Aye.
Lewis.
Aye.
Navarez.
Aye.
Marzak.
Aye.
Swanson.
Aye.
Holly.
Aye.
Osinga.
Aye.
O'Brien.
Aye.
Barron.
Aye.
Pruden.
Aye.
13 ayes, 0 nays.
Ordinance is approved. Next is item 12D, appointments.
We have Melissa King for Director of Planning and Zoning.
Mrs. King, if you don't mind standing for a second. We'd like to introduce Melissa King to the City of Kankakee. She comes with an outstanding resume. Previously served 6 to 7 years with Orland Park, and most recently was the senior planner at Homer Glen. She was one of several applicants, and I will say that we had several interviews, and everybody came away very, very impressed. And I'll even add to it, maybe embarrass her a little bit, but I just came from a event in Champaign, and I met somebody from Homer Glen and kind of mentioned that she would be appointed tonight to City Council, and they spoke highly of her and said, we are getting a real asset to the City of Kankakee. And this person didn't have to say that not knowing the situation. So just hearing that 24 hours ago just made me feel even better that we're making a great decision here. So before you tonight, we present Melissa King as the Director of Planning and Zoning for the City of Kankakee. I'm looking for a motion to approve the appointment.
I'll make that motion.
We have a motion from Alderwoman Swanson. Is there a second?
Second.
We have a second from Alderman O'Brien. Is there any questions or comments? Seeing none, roll call.
Jones.
Aye.
Noble.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Cobb's.
Aye.
Lewis.
Aye.
Navarez.
Aye.
Marzak.
Aye.
Swanson.
Aye.
Holly.
Aye.
Masinga.
Aye.
O'Brien.
Aye.
Barron.
Aye.
Rude.
Aye.
13 ayes, 0 nays.
Welcome. I will add that, as many of you know, that we'll deal with this at a later time, but as Mr. Hoffman is going to be retiring closer to the end of the year, I think this is going to work out real well. The two of them can work side by side over the next several months. When Mr. Hoffman decides that the time is right for him, we'll address that situation, but this will allow a seamless transition, and we have a lot of work that's going on in the city with different things for planning and zoning, and so this will keep us moving in a good direction over the next, for the rest of the year. So. Again, welcome, and we're excited to have you here. Next is item 13, motions and resolutions, item 13A.
A resolution authorizing the purchase of an ambulance for the use by the fire department and waiving competitive bidding requirements.
This was something that kind of come up last minute. I'm going to let Chief LaRoche talk to it. I believe he's tried to reach out to many people today. This was an item that literally came to our attention Thursday, very quickly here. Normally, we'd run this through public safety, but this is an item that wasn't going to last through our next city council meeting. So Chief LaRoche, you can just give us an overview. Just to get a little background, we've been looking at some other used ambulances. The fire department's been doing their due diligence. What they had looked at before was not a good fit for the city, so this isn't something they're just first one they see that they're interested in, but this seems to be an opportunity here. So Chief LaRoche.
Thank you, Mayor. So over the last year or so, we've been looking for ways to replace our 2002 Ford ambulance. It's in bad shape. It's a reserve ambulance, but with the delay in delivery time from ordering a brand new one and also the increased cost of brand new ambulances, we're looking for alternate means to replace it, which we've been looking around for used ambulances that are in decent condition that could serve our purpose to replace that piece of apparatus. Over the last few months, we've found a few that we've looked at that just didn't fit our needs or a little higher of a cost that we could, put into buying a used ambulance. So I talked to the mayor about an ambulance we found with McHenry Township earlier last week, and it worked out that we do the deputy chief up there, so we went and looked at it on Friday. It is going to suit our purposes. I think it's actually a very decent ambulance for the price that they're asking for it. It's a 2014 Ford F550 chassis. It has 77,000 miles, which is, if it was our ambulance, we'd probably have almost triple that on there. And it's in really good condition, and for the price of, we're going to ask for not to exceed the price of $55,000 for the ambulance. And it's something that was like I told the mayor, it's too good to pass up. And I do appreciate the opportunity to get something to replace our aging equipment.
So we placed this on the agenda until they inspected it. We figured if it was a bad inspection on Friday, we could just go a different direction, but it turned out to be a good situation. I have spoke with City Manager Kubal to figure out how we can handle this, and we do have the financial resources at this time to be able to accept this and be able to pay cash for the position for the ambulance. So we're looking for a motion to approve the resolution authorizing the purchase of this ambulance and waive the competitive bidding requirements because of the timeline. So we have a motion from Alderman Navarez. Is there a second? We have a second from Alderman Osinga. Is there any questions or comments? Alderman O'Brien.
Mayor, is the thought that this would come from capital or from a different source?
I think at this time, I'll be honest, I do have to get with city manager, but I believe it would probably come from our self-funding capital line item that we have, and that our original budget here is that 1.5 million, so we'd come out of that line item, I believe.
Thank you.
Any other questions or comments? Alderman Marzak.
I'd just like to add that I think the mileage and the lower hours on this unit is, it seems like a steep price for a used vehicle, but it's really not. I seen one locally advertised that had 280,000 miles on it, and they wanted like 25,000. So, that's pretty much, almost a worn out one. So I think moving ahead on this is a good move.
Any other questions or comments?
Good.
Alderman Jones?
No, I just want to say we're good. I'm glad that 2002 is getting out of there because it can only last so long, but that's a good deal that we want to keep everybody safe, and sometimes you got to spend the money. So we're fine. That's not a whole lot, really. Not for what we was told in public safety what one costs. That's not.
Any other questions or comments? Roll call.
Jones.
Aye.
Noble.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Cobbs.
Aye.
Lewis.
Aye.
Navarez.
Aye.
Marzak.
Aye.
Swanson.
Aye.
Holly.
Aye.
Osinga.
Aye.
O'Brien.
Aye.
Barron.
Aye.
Rude.
Aye.
13 ayes, 0 nays.
Resolution is approved. Chief LaRoche, you can work on that tomorrow. Next is item 13B.
A resolution waiving competitive bidding and awarding the East Riverwalk Muscle Relocation Contract to GZA Geo-Environmental, Inc.
So this is lots of things we've talked about with mussels here lately. Probably a public station, so we should keep our comments clean here. But these mussels are a pain. So it doesn't matter when we did the bridge from Riverside over to Kennedy Avenue. We're working with mussels on the West Riverwalk. We're going to be working with mussels at the hydro plant. The mussels, pretty strong party in the city of Kankakee, if you want to know the truth. Might be the with that. So this is a contract that I'm going to defer to our city engineer. It is a large number, not to exceed, much higher than any of us expected. It is an organization that's with Huff and Huff, who we've been using for the mussels and everything. But Neil, if you want to just kind of talk through it real quickly. Also, the approval with this would be subject to legal review. We have a couple items that are in the contract that legal needs to talk to them about. So,
since the fire department saved so much money, we thought we'd spend some money on moving some aquatic creatures around the river. So,
can we each give them a bed frame?
Yes. They can use the TV that they surplused. So, no, these are state endangered species. They are actually, relocating these is a requirement of the OSLID grant we got. These costs are for about 8 weeks of a 3-person dive team and GZA representatives to be in the boat with them. They're very hopeful that it's not going to take this many hours, but they are being conservative in their estimate in the event that we have some flooding events and stuff like that, so we're above the dam. So comparing this to the relocation that happened, I don't know, what was that, about 12 years ago for the Riverside Bridge, that was much shallower stream bed. I think a lot of that they were able to do in waders. This, they have to have a boat the whole time since they're above the dam, and it's obviously deeper water, faster current, so it's just a lot more difficult of a relocation process. So having said that, GZA has been doing all of the permitting up to this point on this project with IDNR for the relocation plan, as well as the incidental take authorization. So that's why we had asked them to provide a cost to do this. As soon as the ITA and relocation plans are approved, which we're hoping in the next couple of weeks, they can start this work in advance of us even awarding the East Riverwalk contract, so.
So we're looking for a motion to approve the resolution to accept the proposal from GZA Geoenvironmental of a cost not to exceed $100,000.
So moved, Mayor.
Subject to legal review.
So moved, Mayor.
We have a motion from Alderman Cobb's. Is there a second?
Second.
I have a second from Alderwoman Lewis. Questions and comments? Alderman Marzak.
Although I'm for the Riverwalk, this seems like a ridiculous amount to move some, creatures, but we don't know if it's a ridiculous amount if we don't have another bidder, especially at this amount. It's over $100,000. It's a very specialized, field. Maybe we would only get one bid, but I have reservations without, time is of the essence, obviously, on this project, but, without seeking other bidders, how do we know if it's a ridiculous amount?
These are estimated hours based off of their hourly rates. I mean, we could spend another 4 to 6 weeks putting on an RFP, getting proposals. My concern is that's going to, we can't do any work in the river until this is done. So, I understand it's a lot of money, but it is considered professional services. So, I mean, it isn't like we're having them do physical work. So.
And we would expect that this, in talking to the Riverfront Society, a lot of money has been raised in grants through there. We have talked to them about costs going forward at this point on engineering, on cost, construction, everything would be coming through the rivers, the currents at this time, moving forward with this project. So this would be a request that we'd have going through there also, because this is just part of the construction project.
And just to clarify, the amount is $106,450 in the proposal.
Okay, thank you.
So, yep.
But was it stated not to exceed 100,000? That's what
I'm sorry, 106,450.
that was
That's not to exceed that.
not to exceed. Brother, I saw that, but okay.
I shouldn't have been a flat number like that, so. Other questions that come? Director Brewer-Watson.
Thank you, Mayor. Just to add, just for some food for thought and suggestion of, this team has been with us in the beginning. They've done the fish and wildlife study, so they know where they're at. If we were to go find another company, they're going to have to get familiar with our river, get familiar with the project. This team's been with us since the beginning through all this environmental work for all the grants. So I think it will save us on the hours of work that they're going to have to do because they know where to go. And look, if we bring in somebody new, they're going to have to get up to speed on this project, all the compliance pieces. So for me, it was kind of just supporting this, not going out for bid, because this team hopefully is going to be able to save us the hours. And then also, they know what's going on in the whole entire project with all the compliance. So it's not a normal practice that we've done, but for having to do all the environmental compliance and monitoring for this project, it's going to be helpful to have them here. So I just wanted to speak into that process. Thanks.
Other questions and comments? Roll call.
Jones.
Aye.
Noble. Aye. Johnson.
Aye.
Cobb's.
Aye.
Lewis.
Aye.
Navarez.
Aye.
Marzak.
No.
Swanson.
Aye.
Tolly.
Aye.
Osinga.
Aye.
O'Brien.
Aye.
Barron.
Aye.
Rude.
Aye.
12 ayes, 1 nay.
Resolution is approved. We've already done executive session, so we will now move on to city council member comments. Alderman Osinga.
Thank you, Mayor. We will be having public safety tomorrow at 5:30, but tomorrow night is also National Night Out. It's a free family event at Ferry Farm. It goes from 4 to 9 p.m. There's food and beverages which are free on a limited basis, so after public safety, we can go get a free hot dog. School supplies, bags will be supplied if a child is accompanied by a parent, and they are limited, and those will be donated by State Representative Jackie Haas. There will be fireworks at dusk tomorrow night, And this is put on by all the local police and fire agencies, so everybody's invited. It's at the Perry Farm. It's a pretty nice evening.
Alderman O'Brien?
Budget Committee is a week from tonight at 5:30 here in the City Council chambers. Thank you.
Alderwoman Johnson?
Alderman Cobbs and myself would like to thank all our residents and city officials that came out to our ward meeting last week. So we had a smaller turnout than we would have liked, but a lot of information was shared. So we appreciate your time. And on Thursday, license and franchise, we will not have license and franchise on Thursday evening.
Thank you. Alderman Navarez?
Thank you, Mayor. I'd just like to invite everybody September 14th for Mexican Independence Day. We're having that celebration again this year. Also, September 25th is Christmas Day Inc. golfing outing, and I'll bring some flyers and more information about those events. Thank you.
Alderman Jones?
Thank you, Mayor. I know we've had a rough last couple of weeks and in our city, and in particular in the ward, but I truly want to echo the comments of Mr. Miller. It was, I'm not seeing, some people say that, Kankakee is this, Kankakee is that, but what I saw that night from police and fire and the commitment when we did have that shooting in the city all working together, how people came together through all of, it's going to always have emotions and everything going, but I was really, really excited. Not about the event, even with the child drowning, but the impression, I was so impressed upon us as a city, and I felt real proud. Y'all know I'm proud anyway, but that really put a lot of, as I say, feather in our cap, and I am just so proud of everyone through the bad, and we still got through it together. And Mayor, your leadership was very, very, very impressive, and I know you don't like a lot of credit, and I don't like doing all of that, but I like to give credit and honor where it's due. Because if it go bad, yeah, you're going to hear it too. As I keep on speaking, there is some things that I want to discuss as we, I know it's a lot going on, but I don't know how we're going to do it, but we've got to get, I've been complaining about it for a while. Our alleys are just amazing, and we have a few of them over there in the neighborhood that's tough, and we have to get, some of the things cut back. I know we've been busy, but I don't know how we're going to do it. And in particular, also at the Park House, I know that's not ours, but it's going to fall in our lap at some point because we've had incidents in that area on the south, what would that be, in the north, they'll be going north, south area. It's pretty dark over there. I know we done had discussions with the Park District. We've got to light it up. We've got to do something, camera it up or something, because it was tough that night to see anything, because I don't believe we have a lot on the south side of that building. Maybe we got to talk to the Park District. I don't know what the cost is going to be, but we do have that light on the corner, but we have no cameras in that area. I was talking to some of the officers that day, and I said maybe we'll look at trying to address that, because we really haven't had no problem. I don't know, that was a fluke deal. I don't really understand, but on that south side of that building, I do know it's the Park District, and that whole Birch area, we want to kind of try to maybe look at lighting it up a little bit. I don't know how we're going to do it. I know it costs and everything, always my wish list, but we want to have a little bit more lighting in that area, and I believe that's something that would help us. And Aqua did an excellent job since they've been doing the flushing. Me and the other woman, we was calling each other. It was Saturday. We had a lot going, but we've had like 3 things blow up in the streets over there. A couple on Fairmont, and they was right on top of it. Big one over on Tedmart. So giving Miss Serafini a call, she was right on it, and I wanted to give Aqua kudos for that, because a lot of times we all do fuss, but you got to give people credit where it's due. They came out, it was a weekend. People were a little bit inconvenienced, but we was excited once we found out, we worked together, and they got it all done. So kudos to Aqua and Miss Serafini. And I just wanted to say on behalf of Seven Ward, thanks again. And also keep Miss Jackson in our prayers, even though she, as a pastor sometimes we always tell everybody at the funeral, it is tough, when everybody's there and all of that, but we have to keep following up and pray for Miss Angel Jackson and their family. Thank you so much.
Any other city council comments? Department heads? Director Beasley?
Okay, I'll be quick. I just want to thank you. I have several thank yous from our city team here for their help with Merchant Street Music Fest. Of course, James Lopez, Frank Hassick, Brandon Collins, and the whole team at Public Works. We could not put on this fest without the support of Public Works. And Chief Kincaid, DC Austin, and in particular Sergeant Zach Johnston from the police department for keeping us safe. ESU, Zach, Clara, Kyle, and Eric from ESU. Chief LaRoche and the fire department for providing an ambulance and first aid tent. And Barbie Brewer-Watson from ECDA as well. We also had several aldermen and alderwomen volunteering some hours at the fest too, so I just am very, very appreciative of all of the help and support.
Thank you, Director Beasley. Any other department heads? Ms. Pigott?
Thank you, Mayor. Just a few project updates. Eagle and River, Nicor has, I believe, almost completed their gas main work. So that project will hopefully get started back up again and quickly get finished. Hobby Avenue, the 24-inch water main work is complete. They're waiting on a pressure test and chlorination, and then they've already started some of the storm sewer work, so hopefully that project will get moving again quickly on the road construction side. The guy wires out at on the Cobb Boulevard sidewalk job were moved, so KVCC should be getting in there soon to finish that project up, which is just one curb ramp at the west end of the project. And then MFT street maintenance is supposed to be beginning this week, so.
Thank you. Any other department heads? Okay. I have a few, mayor's update. Director Beasley, I think you left yourself out of there, which I know you're not going to give yourself kudos, but you and your team did an outstanding job, great event, as always, and you just very proud of what you and your team did, and in particular you. It's a lot to pull off, maybe more now, even yourself kind of leading that charge. So thank you very much for doing that. Great job. Alderwoman Noble, thank you for sharing the wristbands. We appreciate it. Speaking of, you mentioned Alderman Jones, streetlights. I did want to mention tonight, kind of one last call. We've asked each alder ward if you would give your 1, 2, 3 at the most street lights where you think they would needed. Again, upon Superintendent Newton's return from vacation, he's going to look into that about cost and how we might be able to take on 1 or 2 street lights per ward. I know there's a lot of dark areas, a lot of blind areas at night, but we'll start with 1 or 2 and see what we can do and see if it's financially feasible. It can range. We might be able to get a pole up for as little as 20 or 25,000. It could be as much as 100. Just depends where power's at and things, but we really can't address it until we know where you want to put the poles. So I think we've had about 3 of the 7 wards respond. So kind of last call. If you can get something to us in the next 10 days, that'd be great. Otherwise, Superintendent Newton will kind of, he'll decide what you think you need. So. And the last part, when we were here last time, we talked about the pension obligation bonds and that we were having a bond rating call. Well, we did have that call. I'm losing track of time. I think it was a week ago to 2 weeks ago today. Yeah, I don't know, I'm losing track. 2 weeks ago today. We did receive notice Thursday of last week. We got our bond rating back, and I believe today it was official. So it was posted for the public. It's good. It's not maybe what I wanted. I'll be the first to tell you that. I probably set the bar too high. But we did, if you remember at one point, we were triple B on the negative watch list. We got off the negative watch list and went to triple B. They rated us this time triple B positive, or triple B plus, I should say, which is the next upgrade, with a positive outlook. That's probably the key point of the whole grading there. We were hoping to get to A minus. That's the next step after triple B plus. We haven't been A minus probably since 2016. What's that? 2013. It's been a while since we've been A minus, and that's our goal, to get back to there. We're being told if we continue on the trend that we're doing with our finances and our reporting and our requirements, that positive outlook probably leads us to that direction. And so that's, I'm being told, is a big deal with S&P, Standard & Poor's, that the BBB plus is good, but having a positive outlook is basically saying you have a good shot at your next bond rating call in 2025 of being an A- rating, provided we keep on the same path that we're doing right now. So again, I was hoping for a couple jumps, maybe a little aggressive, but it's still positive that we're upgraded. We still got some work to do, and we'll get there, but that's an ultimate goal of this administration, and I believe this council, is we'd like to get back to an A- rating someday, and quite frankly, we hope someday that we could get to an A rating, but baby steps at a time, and we'll work on that. So I did want to address that's now public as of this morning, I believe. Okay. City Manager, do you have anything to add to that, or?
No, I think at Budget Committee, we will go over some of the details of the report. It reads very well. It's kind of hard to find if you just go searching for it, though, but we'll definitely provide copies of that to everybody. And it's, there's some components of it that we can't change. There's some economic components of it that we don't vote on here. You know, things like, demographics with, incomes and things like that. We don't control those things. But the things we can control, I feel we're doing an excellent job of, and the report reads that way. And we're very proud of that. And it's definitely upward progression, and we continue to head that direction.
Okay, with that, we had a little bit of a longer meeting tonight, and that's okay. We've got some things done that we need to get done, and that's good. So it is now 8:57. Is there a motion to adjourn? So moved. We have a motion from Alderman Tully. Is there a second? Second from Alderman Navarez. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? We are adjourned.